Good evening, everybody. Confirm you can hear me. If my audio is clear. All right, thank you. Thank you so much. We are going to allow 2 more minutes and then we can begin. Let's remind our colleagues to join so that we don't leave them behind for this session. Thank you. All right, I think we can begin. And then the rest of our colleagues who haven't yet joined, I will catch up along the way. My name is Dr. Silvanus Manyala, and I will be moderating this session. I serve in the communications department of PSK, and I'm excited that we have joined this session, which is part of our conference webinar series. And the topic tonight would be on abstract submission guidelines, as well as an understanding of the submission platform. If you have any questions during the way or during the session, please feel free to use the Q&A tab. And then for any other remarks, use the chat. So we are going to have a very interactive session from our renowned professors, Professor Stanley Nduga, who is the chair of the Abstracts Review team for the 46th PSK Annual Scientific Conference. Professor Ndwiga lectures at the University of Nairobi. He's a professor of pharmaceutical chemistry, pharmaceutics, and he is also part of the team that would be, or he will be at least at some point, be able to share with us about the conference and as well as the abstract process. And then we have Professor Calvin Andeve, who is an accomplished associate professor of pharmaceutics, who has garnered extensive experience in academia, research, and of course the pharmaceutical industry. Professor Calvin lectures at the University USIU Africa, and he was a part of the team the previous conference, and hopefully again he will be assisting us in review of the abstracts this year. But before I give the opportunity to Professor Calvin and Professor Ndwiga, I want to briefly highlight the conference dates, which will be running between 24th and 26th of June. And the venue is at Pride Inn Paradise Hotel in Mombasa. The conference theme is Pharmacists Leading Transformation and Innovation Towards the Highest Attainable Standards of Health. And bits of the outcome or expected outcome would be strengthening the role of pharmacists in advancing UHC and sustainable healthcare delivery, driving policy and practice reforms to improve the quality and safety of pharmaceutical services, promote sector growth through local manufacturing and resilient supply chains, as well as leveraging digital health and innovation, while still enhancing leadership, ethics, and professional well-being. At this point, I want to confirm if Professor Ndwiga is able to unmute and make his remarks. Welcome, Prof.
Thank you very much. I am quite happy to be in this meeting. Good evening, everyone. As you have been told, I am the University of Nairobi, and I'm also the chairman of the Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry, Pharmaceutics and Pharmacognosy, but also in the PSK, there is this committee for education and CPD. I'm the chair, along with other esteemed members of the pharmacy profession in Kenya. I want to welcome you to this meeting. As Manyara said, I'll be chairing this group which will be looking at the abstracts. We want abstracts which will be in line with the theme of our for the 6th PSK conference. And I'm one of the people who really appreciate the chair leaders who have been ahead of me. Pharmacy is where it is because of big chair leaders. I don't know how we see them, but I can mention like these people you see who are in the committee of Venus. My mentor there's Professor Kibwage, who was my boss in the university and also chair of PSK. You have Professor Demo, you have the late Professor Ombega, and many others, people who have really pursued and cheered for this career of ours, this profession of ours, this noble profession. I believe in it myself. And for the people who are here, I know you also believe in this profession. So I look forward to working together to make the profession greater. As I look forward to the abstracts, which will come from every field. We are not limiting anybody. We are interested in articles or abstracts for people, even if they are case studies from their practice in the community pharmacy, hospital, whether it's also in academia, some research you have done, we are open. And we want as widespread, how can I put it? The profession of pharmacy should be as widespread as possible, from the clinical supply chain to management, any abstract as per the themes. And I look forward to working with you all. We will not discourage anybody from submitting, but we'll be reviewing the abstracts. And if anybody has a problem lighting, we will still be there to help. But I know all pharmacies are others and they are lighters. And in the small way, all of us are professionals of pharmacy. So welcome to this meeting, and I hope it becomes very fruitful for everybody. And I'll be here throughout also to answer any questions which may come to me or which may be targeting the education committee or the CPD committee of the PSK. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Prof. And I think that is well said. Just before I invite Professor Calvin, I want to mention that for this year's abstract submission categories are in line with the sub-themes of the conference. And as you can see on the screen, one of the sub-themes is regards to pharmacists as pillars of health system strengthening, the role of pharmacists in policy, regulation, and professional direction, pharmaceutical sector growth, and here the focus would be on local manufacturing, market access, and supply chain resilience, digital health and innovations in the pharmaceutical sector, and of course, the human side of pharmacy practice, where we will delve into the thrive, lead, and stand for what's right. So I want to welcome Professor Calvin to, of course, briefly say something about himself, if I might have forgotten, and then go straight into the meat of the presentation. Welcome, Prof. Kindly unmute.
Say, but Calvin and David Molo and Manuel. So, can you hear me?
Prof, you are breaking. We can't hear you smoothly. Could you just confirm?
Can you hear me?
Yes, but it's not. It's breaking. Let's try again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now I can hear you. Okay, I think we've lost you again. Could you try again without the camera option? Let's see if it will solve that. Okay, meanwhile, as Professor Andeve tries to rejoin. Hello, Prof, are you there?
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Maybe let's try again, and then if you break, I'll let you know.
Yes. Hi, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So, like I was saying, there's not much to say. You've done a good introduction, and I'm Calvin Nandeve, an associate professor from USIU Africa. And yeah, I'm here to give you a bit of intro on how to submit your tracks to the website we're using for the App Store Control this year. And it's a pretty simple website, and I'm sure all of you will be able to grasp and submit, and we are looking forward for those exciting abstracts so that we can make our conference very delightful with a lot of knowledge, and we're expecting a lot of wonderful work you guys have been doing for the past 1 year. So all of you are welcome. So maybe did I share the slides, or you can do it from your end? Maybe let me share. Share. So for the submission, we'll be using a software called website called the Microsoft CMT, and is a conference management tool that we will be using this year. It's pretty simple and straightforward for you. So first of all, for those of you who have not, if you don't have an account, you just need to go to the website and create an account. I assume maybe that has been done. If not, just go to the website and create an account. And the website is this one. What you do is you go to this website, you create an account, and then to access, you can use this, or you can go to the website, PSK website, on the banner of 2026 conference. You click on it, a menu will come, and then choose the 2026 conference and submit what your abstract. When you click submit abstract, a page will come, and you'll have a page like this. So when a page like this come, for those of you who have an account, you just put in your account and put in your password. But for those who don't,
Prof, we've lost you again.
account, you go to menu, you come just fill in your details. Hello?
Yeah,
Hello?
I think we momentarily lost you.
Okay, yeah. At what point?
Probably 30 seconds before this. I don't know if it's an issue with
Oh
streaming.
no. Let me just connect to my phone.
Okay.
Let me just switch to what's holding going. How about that? Can you hear me?
Yes, now it's better.
So yeah, so you will go to this website, you click, and this page will come. So on this page, what you do is, for those of you who have an account who did maybe submit last year, you'll have a page like this, just log in. And if you've forgotten your password, just go to forgot password, and a reset will come, which is just simple, like opening an email, and you just fill in your details. For those who don't have an account, you go to register and just fill in your details and save, and then an activation link will come to your email. Click on it and you'll have an account. So once you have an account, you fill in your details and log in. When you log in, you'll have a window like this. So, and under this, you'll have all of this, and the PSK 336 will be there. Once you have this, you create new submission. So once you've clicked on create new submission, the next window that comes is this one. And with this one, you will now put your title of your abstract, and then paste the abstract in that box. And then at the bottom there, now you can attach what images you have them, or other supporting material you want to put with the abstract at the bottom. And then after that, you can also add your co-authors if you have done if you are more than one author was involved in writing the research. So you add them, just 1, 2, 3, email and add, and then fill in the details of the co-authors, and the windows will come there. And then from there, you do submit. It's a pretty simple activity. So what you're going to do is we are going to try and submit ourselves on a live window. And see my screen. So this is when you come, you have this window. So through this window, what you do is either register. If you do a registration, you come here, fill in your details. You can choose your password. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like that. Then you fill in your details. So no need to fill those. And then you can enter your code. It's and register. The email exists, but if you want to then you go next and open the new the new account. Then from there, you just come to, you have a notification on your email, click, you do what, you verify the account. Then from there, you come here and log in. So once you log in, you come to there'll be several, if you have, these are the last year, but this year, and then you choose the 6 PSK annual scientific conference, click on it, and then it will come. So when it comes, you see now you have, make sure you have this, and then you come here and do create new submission. Once you have created a submission, you put your title there, you paste your abstract here, and you can see 3,000 characters. And then from there, you can also now add or submit other files you want to be as a supporting documents for your document, and you do what? After that, you submit. And when you submit, just an abstract will have been submitted. I think that's all for today. And I give you back to our moderator, Dr. Mayala, to continue.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Prof. I'm trying to scope if there's been any questions in the Q&A with regards to your presentation. But I think this is a very simple process as you've highlighted, and we hope our members and hopeful participants would also find it very simple to navigate. Maybe just to, give time for anybody who has any question with regards to the process. If you would want to seek clarification on the steps, this is the moment. If you may raise your hand and I'll give you the opportunity to speak, or you can use the Q&A tab to seek clarification. There's one that has been highlighted by Dr. Desire. He's asking, can we submit preliminary research findings as abstracts for the conference? Let me invite Professor Ndwiga to respond to this. And maybe Prof. Calvin, if you have any additions. Prof. Ndwiga, if you are able to.
Sorry, I was.
Yes. Dr. Desire wants to understand whether he can submit preliminary research findings as abstracts for the conference.
I think it must be something which has already been finished, because we want to get the results, something which can be able to say it actually aligns with the theme. So the preliminary work, I don't think it will be to be accepted. But so if you are doing, I don't know what the project you may be doing, but since the work has got stages, so if you had like 5 aims and you have already done one aim and that's finished, I think that one can also be presented, so that we have the introduction, methodology, and the results, so that we can be able to relate them with the conference theme. Have I answered the question?
Yeah, we hope so. Dr. Desire, hopefully that is clear. But if you'd want to just have a follow through again, let us know. If you'd like to verbally maybe seek clarification, feel free to do so by raising your hand, and then I'll give you the opportunity. Okay, I think that was pretty clear. I am only seeing concerns with regards to sound. Julius, maybe it's from your end. Please check your device. You can unmute or get up and then get back and see if it would work. But again, I just want to take this opportunity to thank Professor Calvin for, again, that very easy walkthrough to how to submit our abstracts. I still want to, again, just buy time to, of course, accept any questions and concerns from any participants with regards to the abstract submission process. Before I move to the next bit of the presentation or the session. George Mugendi says, I'd say let the series submit, then the submission can be evaluated based on merits and demerits. Professor Calvin, do you want to say something with regards to that?
Yes, Desire has some data and he has answered maybe a research question, even if it's preliminary, and it aligns to the conference theme, like Prof. Nguga said, and he clearly has results, he has some methods, and he has discussion we can submit. And as Dr. Nguyendi said, then the abstract will be evaluated by reviewers, and if it fits, I'm sure they will accept it, but if it's not, they'll have the response and what they need to do. So there's no harm in submitting, but just do a good job. An abstract that has methods, introduction, methods, results, and discussion and conclusion, and then just submit. Then we'll look at it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you. I want to give Dr. Joe Kamau the opportunity to ask. I see the hand is up. Dr. Joe?
Thank you, Dr. Manyala. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can, loud and clear.
Thank you very much. First of all is to recognize my lecturer, Dr. Ndwiga. It's been a minute. I hope you are well, and I see you're still carrying on with your lecture duties. Thank you very much. I also say hi to Dr. Calvin, to Professor Calvin. Now, my question is twofold. One is on the submission, and obviously getting to know whether your abstract has been received or accepted or not. I think it is best, or it's best practice that whenever an abstract is not accepted, one is given a reason why. So I would really urge our speakers to have that answered, maybe either now or after giving us the methodology in which we're supposed to write our abstracts. Number two, is on the basic principle that we all want to have a paper and publish it. So I heard Dr. Ndwiga saying we can even publish, we can also submit case reports. So we would also like assistance when it comes to maybe you have data, you're in the hospital setting, you have data, and you want to formulate a journal on that. I think sometimes it's a bit difficult to, recollect and have a proper flow of ideas towards the production of a journal or of an article. So we'd really like to also have support there. So thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Joe. I'm not so sure if there's any response from the panel, but I think you have raised some important concerns, and I think we definitely would be considering those at the committee level. And I think Professor Ndwiga has also taken note for the abstract review team. Any other person who wants to seek clarification with regards to the abstract submission process? Going once.
Can I comment something?
Yes, Prof.
So, Joe, there's an issue raised for selecting a good journal. I think if you have data and you think it's publishable, you can always reach out to the PSK Education Committee, where I and Professor Ndwiga sit also under some really experienced researchers in that committee. So if you really need help in that regard, you can always reach out and you can always guide on how to submit, where to submit, and which journal your case study or the data you have suits. Also, another thing, the PSK, PGK journal is always there. Also, you can always submit on the journal that the society runs. It also accepts case studies. And for the review, definitely, when you submit and the reviewers have gone through the abstract, what will happen that you'll get the response and the reviewer's comment. Why it was, if it is accepted, or if it's not, what you need to do to improve it so that next time or any other conference, you can improve on that and submit. Okay.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Prof. And I just want to add that on the side, we would be again having the abstract submitted at the conference, compiled in a book of abstracts. So again, something to look forward to for our members. And we hope this would encourage you to participate and submit your abstract. At this point, let me just change gears a bit and briefly touch on, again, some of the important concerns. This has been raised in the Q&A, and I wanted to just take some moment to address this. So with regards to the conference registration, some of the dates you need to be aware of, and also mark your calendar, are the dates within which the tickets are applicable. So as you can see, we have 4 ticket types, from early bird to regular to late bird, and then the on-site. The early bird tickets are live as we speak. They were opened on February 27th and run until March 31st, which is the end of this month, 21 days to go. We'll definitely do a lot of reminders just so you don't miss out on the lowest rates available for registration. And then regular tickets would run from April 1st until April 30th, after which we have the late bird, which will open on May 1st and close on May 31st. The tickets beyond May 31st are the highest and will be open from June 1st until the end of the conference. This is June 26th. This would be the on-site applicable rates. As you also can see on the left side of the screen, we have different categories of registration. And for this year, we have also added the internationals category because of our good relationship with our neighboring countries in East Africa, as well as our members and colleagues in other countries beyond the East African community. And we again just invite you to take advantage of the lowest rates applicable for the early bird ticket first, so that you enjoy the lowest rates. And as for this, you would be able to access all the perks that come with the 3-day conference, including, of course, your meals, access to all the sessions, plenaries, and whatnot. You also have access to the conference merchandise. However, if you'd like to access other benefits, which include, say, accommodation and transport, you'll have to access the conference rates booklet, which is available on our website. If you scan the QR code on the screen or visit the link or the URL as shown, you'll be able to access a document with all the rates. As for transportation, we have two options, which is either flights or SGR. As for flights, there are two airline companies that we are working with, Jambojet and KQ. Okay, as for KQ, it's economy. So have that in mind when you are doing your registration. As for SGR, we have the first class as well as the premium class and the economy for your reference. So if you prefer either options, feel free to, again, just reach out to us and we will be able to assist. And again, I'm just circling back to the call for abstract, which is live. We had mentioned that the categories for submission are also aligned with the sub-themes for the conference. But one thing to, of course, keep in mind is that our submission deadline is just about 4 weeks from now, or barely 3 weeks from now, which is Wednesday, April 15th, mid-April. And the other important dates for you to take note of is April 9th, where we'll have our second abstracts webinar, and we'll delve more into the research methods. Maybe an opportunity again to address some of the concerns or some of the questions you might have with regards to abstract submission. And then later in May, on 4th May, we will reach out to all those who have submitted abstract for consideration with either an acceptance or rejection notice. And then after which we'll communicate with those that have been accepted to submit their soft copy posters and presentation for purposes of printing, as well as just preparing for the on-site conference. And the deadline for that would be the 22nd of May. I see a hand is up. Caroline Gashie, I will allow you to unmute, hoping this is with regards to the conference registration rates as well as abstract call. Hello, Caroline. I'm trying to give you the mic. Okay, I'll proceed to just remind us again that this session is available for subscription on the PPB portal. And we have a 7-day window that ends on the 18th of March. Take your time to access the online service PPB portal and then subscribe, after which you will receive an email confirmation with tokens for claiming afterwards, and that would be either the day tomorrow or the day after. I also want to just check whether Dr. Amos, you are able to take it up from now. Dr. Amos with us? Okay, meanwhile, before he joins, this is a step-by-step process for the conference registration. And as you can see, again, it's pretty simple. It's 5 steps. You just have to visit our members portal and access the public events. you'll see on the left of your screen this public event. You click on view and register, and then it will open another tab, a dialog box where you click book now. Then two types of tickets will pop up, either individual or multiple. Assuming you are an individual, if you select individual tickets, it opens up the delegate ticket. And then if you're a member of PSK, you only need to enter your registration number, and then the ticket applicable to you will pop up. And I just want to try this as a demonstration. So allow me stop share my screen and demonstrate briefly how practical it can get. That URL leads you to this page. Hope you can see my screen. And as I demonstrated, you click on view and register, and then this is what comes up. The next step is you click book now, and you see this option, this dialog box that opens up having the individual ticket and multiple tickets. So assuming you're an individual, you select the individual ticket, book now, and it should open these two types of tickets. So what is relevant for you is the delegate ticket. Ignore the one for organizing committee. This is a test. So when you click the delegate ticket, it brings you to this field where you select what is applicable to you, either as a member or a non-member. So if you are a member, you select, and then it asks you to input an identifier. So for instance, I'll try with this member and see if it works. Yes, so as you can see, I have clicked, and this is a member who is eligible for early bird ticket. They're not students, so they will not be able to access the student rate. So whatever is applicable to you, the system is able to allocate you the appropriate ticket. And if, again, this is a mistake, you could always go back and change the user type. If you're a non-member, for instance, you've not registered yet, again, it takes you back to the appropriate ticket as applicable during the phase of registration. You want to, again, open up the floor for any questions. I see the hand is up. Caroline, I've given you the opportunity to speak if you're able to do so. But again, if it's not a question or concern, just type on the chat box so that we are able to address it there. Okay. Quickly, the next thing would be just a reminder for our upcoming CPD events. And as you can see, tomorrow we have a session on, this is by the Mount Kenya East branch. It's on IPV change in vaccination regimen switch, beginning from 7 p.m. You are reminded to register for this event and participate. You also have another event, CPD accredited as well, that is happening on Thursday. This is by Meru branch to observe the World Kidney Day. The topic would be pharmacists' role in preventing CKD and AKI. Again, this is CPD accredited and will be live from 6 p.m. until 7 p.m. The same Thursday from 7 p.m., we have a session to still mark the International Women's Day. We have been rolling a campaign for this week, and it will culminate with a session hosting very powerful women pharmacists. And you are again encouraged to register for this event and participate. All these events are already on the PPB portal, so you can subscribe in advance. Yes, at this point, I want to take the opportunity to thank everybody for participating in this session. We are open to receive any concerns, any questions, feedback as well from this session, and even the subsequent sessions, and even the past ones that we've held. Feel free to connect with us on social media. And if need be, and you want to reach out to us at the communications department, our email is communications@psk.or.ke. Thank you so much for making time, and we appreciate your participation. See you tomorrow and the sessions following afterwards. Good evening, everyone. Bye. Thank you, Prof. Ndebe and Calvin, and hopefully we will have very smooth submissions.
Good evening, everyone. Bye.
Bye.